Join with me today, a local legend from where I'm at. He's been around for quite some time, has made a lot of great music, original music, and done a lot of different things with various bands. But MV Wells, Mike, however you want to be addressed.
No, Mike is Michael, or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call me.
Well, we're here to talk about your new album, Les Dauphins.
Yeah, Le Dauphin.
Les
Yeah,
Dauphins,
oui,
very
oui.
nice. Um, but talk a little bit about your history. So you and I grew up in the same community in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Um, Back when we were in high school, the music scene here was pretty thriving.
Yeah,
We had
yeah.
a lot of good original bands like ska. You had a hardcore metal. You had like little rock and roll, and you were a huge part of that. So,
Well, I don't know how big a part I was, but I was definitely part of a big scene for sure. And
yeah.
yeah, the ska stuff was like, and punk stuff was really coming up,
Mhm.
like still going strong. Probably for at least for me, I know it had been going before that, but when I got into it was probably around high school because my friends got me into
Yeah.
it. That's right, when I was really starting to play music anyway. So it was cool to go and see someone play instruments,
Yeah. Yeah.
try something.
There were yeah, and there was a lot of opportunities for kids to
Yeah,
do that.
yeah, I agree.
Was it Blue Echo? Did you have a band
I
called Blue
did.
Echo?
Yeah, Blue Echo. Shout out to those guys.
I remember seeing that at the high school. Um,
That was
and
our attempt at being serious. That name.
I think the music was good though. You guys sounded good,
Oh, yeah,
rock and
thanks.
rolling and stuff. But really, you've really grown and stuck with the
Oh,
music stuff
really?
for quite some time. And now you are based out of Chicago.
Yeah, I'm,
You're-
I'm in the burbs of Chicago nowadays with my wife. We live in a house out there, so I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
in the Chicago area for the last 10 years or something.
Cool.
Yeah, but I've been in Wisconsin a lot too.
Yeah, of course. And then so you I guess talk about your musical background a little bit. I know like Knee High was a band that you were a part of.
Yep.
I saw you released a single. Is that
Yeah,
just a thing or
it was actually like our first single ever.
oh I see.
And we put it back out because the back when it was actually going on, Neha was like going on, just like it's just a small kind of indie rock band, really.
Mhm.
But there was a point where like, oh, you guys are the next big thing, and our management was like, take out that old single; it doesn't sound good enough for the radio. And then everyone loved that old one,
Yeah.
so we put it back out there.
Okay.
And then we played a show, a reunion show with a band called Twin Peaks. Did like all these reunion shows in Thalia Hall in Chicago.
Nice.
They did like 8 days, all sold out shows at this big hall.
Well, that's crazy.
So we were just one of the opening bands, but we did a reunion.
Oh, nice.
So it was nice to see those guys, and it went really well. I was
Yep.
worried we wouldn't be able to play those old tunes, but we could,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Any inkling of getting back together or just
It's kind of it's too fresh to. We did the one off, and then everyone's like, "You're gonna do more," and we're like, "We have other stuff going on." So
Right.
because it was kind of a impulsive thing to do.
Mhm.
I mean, as impulsive as like a few months,
Sure.
But for a band, you got to rehearse and you got to
Yeah.
schedules, and as you get older, it's just harder to schedule
Of
and be a
course.
band.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it is. And then
um,
you had was it Flamingo Rodeo?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Flamingo, you're pulling out all the deep cuts.
Yeah.
Flamingo Rodeo was great. I was just talking about that with on the drive up here. Yeah, kind of a country rock thing,
Yeah.
like Graham Parsons, Birds, Neil Young,
Mhm.
with some great players. Some of the guys were in that Knee High band, and
Okay.
then a few of my other friends, Tim and Matt, and yeah, that was a great. We put out a couple records, and then I think honestly, and I hate making this talking point, but COVID happened. We stopped
Yeah.
playing gigs, and then we just never got back together.
Yeah.
But good records, good band.
Mhm.
And then I kind of moved on to Spun Out, which is like
Yep.
still a band and kind of more of a art rock kind of thing. But again, Knee High members in that.
Yep.
And so yeah, going back to the Knee High stuff, that was kind of fun this year. It was kind of
Oh
like
yeah.
that's where I kind of cut my teeth with playing, touring, and
Mhm.
playing a lot of different places and going on the road and stuff. So
Yeah,
taught
it's
me a lot.
awesome. And you really like you expand, and we'll talk about that a little bit too when we dive into the record. Yeah, you've expanded and like explored a lot of different musical sounds,
Mhm.
which is awesome, and I think is good to kind of and
Yeah.
you're well versed and talented at all of them too. So, um, let's dive into the record, man. So this came out this year in May, right? And talk about
End of
the
May. Yep.
talk about that album artwork a little bit. It's a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's
So
awesome, but there's like just a lot to like dissect
it's a
on it.
wild. It's actually funny because the cover, you can only see the cover digitally.
Oh,
It's
really?
the back is all one piece, and
Okay.
it's made by this artist. His name is Paul Whitehead. He did. I don't know if you know much about Genesis. Peter
Okay. Yeah,
Gabriel.
yeah.
The first three Genesis albums are all Paul Whitehead.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so I got in touch with him. I played this show with this a guy, Marshall Crenshaw, who I'm a
Mhm.
big fan of. He's a great
Yeah.
rock and roll kind of songwriter,
Yeah.
I got to open for him, and his guitar player was like, "Hey, you should," because he thought the music sounded like Peter Gabriel
Sure.
back then or something. He's like, "You should meet up with this guy. You can get a hold of him pretty easy, and because he's an active artist still. He's like, I mean, not to, sorry, Paul, but he's in his 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
He lives in California. He's a British guy, English guy,
Nice.
and he's still doing it, and he's cool. And we had a few meetings, and we just talked about lyrics and art, and we collaborated. But it's his work, and then I had a couple photos that
Yeah.
my friend Katie took one of them, and then we kind of edited it and then sent it to him. Made that
Nice.
record. So there's a lot of stuff, weird,
Yeah.
kind of surrealistic kind of things happening in the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty sweet. I do like the
Mm.
the artwork a lot. And I like, when you get when you listen to an album, like looking at it all as a whole, including the artwork and everything like that. But
Yeah, I mean, me too. That's why I wanted to do.
yeah.
The back and the front is all one thing. All
That's
the
sweet.
stuff in it is actually tied to the lyrics, or at least through Paul. He
Mhm.
wanted all the lyrics, and he made the art
Hell yeah.
according to the lyrics, kind of. And
That's really cool.
so that was really special because he's a real, famous artist. Honestly, if you think about those
Mhm.
Genesis albums, the Foxtrot album with there's a fox and the red dress, and Peter Gabriel's early career
Yeah.
was like, that was kind of
That's pretty wild.
yeah. I mean, I'm just a fan of that. So.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and it's great. I do like it quite a bit. But the album opens up with Stone That Was Thrown. And so I just dove in, obviously not like really listening to a ton.
Mhm.
Like this is your first album under the MV Wells name.
Yeah, my own name, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
So and obviously being familiar with your music, I wasn't sure what to expect because I know you do explore a lot of different stuff. But
Yeah.
I like this one. I like the way it opens, and it's kind of, you have this chill, kind of upbeat kind of
Mhm.
tune with that one, and a good opening to the record. And then I like the little trumpet that's mixed in, and
Oh, it's
it al-
actually a flugelhorn.
it's a flugelhorn.
Now
Okay,
that's punk.
yeah,
That's punk music.
that's awesome. But talk about that a little bit. What was like, what are kind of like the ideas behind the song, or like
Oh,
what
yeah.
inspired it?
This is one of the ones I had from the beginning, like for a long few years. A lot of these songs have like kind of long histories that I finally put out all into
Sure.
one and really tried to make them into one album. This one is like one of the early ones. So
Mhm.
like, oh, I want to do this kind of like summery poppy, like Harry Nilsson or like Beach Boysy kind of
Yeah.
thing. And the flugelhorn's kind of Beatlesy or whatever. So that's like that 60s pop sound.
Yeah,
So that's kind of where that came from. And that was kind of a jump off point, honestly. I had that song and a couple others. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, this album will fit together if I, can make it. Here's
Right.
the puzzle pieces. Here's the other material.
right.
But that was like, I know what this is, at least.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's a good way to open it. And then Love Unseen, I have a note on here, like the chorus really gives me a Beatles vibe. A little
Oh, sure. Yeah.
little Beatles influence. I don't know
Yeah.
if that was intentional, but like I really had the whole song really together, but like that the chorus, I really like the chorus.
Oh, yeah.
And I like the various like kind of instruments again that you're trying that aren't on the same not the same instruments that were on the first song. You're kind of
Yeah. Everyone's like kind of the arrangement. You got to think of it in like a painting or like something
Mhm.
where it's like, you don't need every picture to sound exactly the same. So you can
Right.
use the studio like that. This is produced with my cousin Joshua Wells.
Oh, nice.
And he's a really talented musician as well as a producer engineer. So he really helped arrange the strings. There's strings on that one.
Yeah.
You can hear a cello in the back.
Hmm.
And that was all intentional. I wanted that, but without him, because he's really, I'm more of just kind of a songwriter coming from
Right.
rock and roll music,
Hmm.
easy chords, and I've tried to stretch myself on this record, but he did a lot of the string arrangement because he actually is trained in music theory and that kind of stuff. Um, I love that one. Yeah, it's definitely Beatles with the cello there.
Yeah.
But Burt Bacharach was a huge
Oh, nice.
influence on me in this song. And he was around that same time, and I'm sure
Mhm.
that was that kind of late '60s, early '70s pop radio, big orchestras
Yeah.
mixed with kind of rock and roll sounds or something. So that was kind of what I was going for.
Lyrically, what are you kind of talking about in this one?
Oh, this one is like where that Le Dauphin character kind of pops up.
Okay.
It's like a character in my head where it's
Sure.
like I don't know. I was really into French history and like some French film at the time,
Mhm.
and I was kind of and some writers and stuff like that. So I was trying to like create this like character so the lyrics kind of play out as a play,
Yeah.
or like a movie or something,
Yeah.
and that's part of the idea. It's not a complete concept album, not
Right.
everything's about that, but this one is very conceptual in that way. It's like why I named it Le Dauphin. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, here's my other jump off point of like, this French Rococo kind of style of the cover is weird
Yeah.
like that and tying everything all together. So
Oh yeah, man. Dreaming About You is the third song where you get a little different singing type
yeah.
of vibes. You get some falsetto in the singing.
Oh yeah.
Again, like I like that they're all different. Like you said before, like in the world of punk, you kind of get, and especially in like earlier punk, you get one album and it's like they all kind of they blend together pretty
Some
well.
bands, yeah.
Some of them sound pretty well, but I like it when it's every song is a little bit different. And I mean, so far you've done a great job with this one. But Dreaming About You, what is the influence about that one?
Oh yeah, that one's cool. It's like, it's I don't know if some punks don't like disco. I would
That's all
say
right.
I like disco
Yeah.
and punk when it's together.
Yeah.
This isn't, and it's not really a punk record. It's just like
Right.
my background, I suppose, and how I learned how to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of got like an R&B Bill Withers
Hmm.
thing, like, and then it goes into this, ELO. It sounds kind of like ELO to me,
Okay.
or John Lennon or
Yeah.
something like that. You said the Beatles.
Yeah.
Um, kind of a disco pop thing, but it has like a lot of lush strings on it. And, um, I was trying to make something that was really danceable.
Yeah.
So that's where the disco came in.
Nice.
Yeah.
With when you write songs, do you start with just like guitar and lyrics, or like kind of what's your idea behind creating songs?
Yeah. Depends on the song. I mean, with this one, I had those like chorus chords on the piano. And like
Hmm.
a lot of this record I wrote on the piano, which isn't, it is
That's cool.
technically my first instrument, but not really because I gave up when you're like
Right.
11 or 12 trying to learn piano and you hate it.
Yeah.
And then I picked up a guitar and then later came back to the piano later.
Hmm.
So I tried to write most of this on the piano because I was just in that mood.
Right.
So I had those chords and I
Hmm.
just wrote the chords first and was started singing along. The lyrics came way later. But sometimes it'll be like lyrics and vocal and then I'll try to find the chords.
Sure.
But that one was pretty quick. It was just like a quick pop thing that just came out, and then I was like, "Oh, I can figure out a couple of these other things."
Hmm.
And then the intro was a separate song. And I mashed them together
Oh,
to
nice.
kind of give it an epic quality about it.
Yeah,
But
definitely. When you with like the lyrics and stuff that you write, do you is it mostly like, are you trying to think of like stories to tell, or are you kind of tapping into your life experience, or
yeah,
kind of how
both,
you
I
feel?
guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Because and in terms of like with that Le Dauphin like idea came through to this next song where it's like kind of a film itself too.
Sure.
And that's the concept I was kind of chasing with those a few of these songs.
Hmm.
And like my idea is like a character from the last story who wasn't necessarily the main character
Sure.
walks into
Oh, okay.
the other song,
Yeah, that's
kind of
cool.
like how Monty Python would do that. Like,
Hmm.
a character would just go into a different scene for some reason and it'd be
Yeah.
completely ridiculous. Anyways, well, like that's basically what I was going for. It's like almost this sequel to that
That's cool.
song.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And then you get Tropic de Novo,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Real like soft keys with your vocals, and then it kind of like slowly but surely adds like more quiet, soft instruments to it. I think like
Yeah.
they're not like it's like vocal forward with softer
Mhm.
instrumentals on this one. And then you get this. you use it sounds like you have like these, waves included in it, some birds,
Yeah.
or like just kind of like some beach vibes and like
Yeah.
chill like chill stuff. I don't know if like the lyrics match the vibe. Do you kind of or do you
Yeah. Well,
it,
the lyrics are about kind of me as a kid,
okay.
and, like, in this song, I'm like, I'm looking at, the idea of Tropic de Nova was like a TV show Western
Mhm.
that I'm watching as a kid, that I'm kind of making up things that happened in the thing. So that was kind of the premise of
Nice.
the lyrics. The music is soft in general. I wanted to feel like,
Kind of like a
like you're watching TV in a
yeah.
very quiet night or something. In the TV, you hear the waves in the
Oh,
back
sure.
and
Yeah, that's cool.
and the birds. Like, oh yeah, but kind of something a little less bombastic. But
Mhm.
um, I really like that one, and it has that nice bossa beat on it, so it's like kind of funky.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, lyrically, it's like a real concept to it, but
Yeah.
I don't want to get too verbose about it. It's like be real pretentious, like, oh, and it's through this tunnel and under this lens. But you write about yourself,
Of
but
course.
you write about a version of yourself,
Yeah.
or you're writing about someone else who has some of you in it.
Mhm.
I think that's a lot of the like lyric writing is based in like I wish I was this person, or I don't want to be this
Right.
person, or I am this, or
Mhm.
this is how I feel now.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah,
Mm.
that's great. Spectrum Boy, I believe that you released this as a single in 2025.
Yeah, this is
Before
like the one of the first ones I had that I was like, oh, I really like the band sound because I've been writing them all on mostly piano or
Mhm.
organ or sometimes a guitar, but then we got the drums and the bass on this
Yeah.
one, and it really is kind of a funky thing
Yeah.
that I was like Tommy James and the Shondells I was really
Yeah.
into.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
but
like the it has the clap in it, but it has like this clapping rhythm to it.
yeah.
So like when you're
Mhm.
listening to it, so it gets a little more groovy, and then you also have a lot more falsetto for sure
Oh
in
yeah.
this song. Um, how do you make that decision?
Oh, I it's probably because I can't sing that high, but
Sure.
when I make, demos, I had that demo forever it was really homespun, like, it was a drum machine,
Nice.
number 1, and I think the drum machine we kept in it. At the
Okay.
top, you can listen to just like this 70s drum machine
Sure.
rhythm master that I have, and then the drums kick in. That's how the demo was, just drum
Okay.
machine, organ, voice, and I just layered all my voices, and then
Yeah.
eventually I think the one that was the highest one I could probably do, which is the falsetto.
Yeah.
Um, and I kind of layered those on because I also wanted to do kind of a gospel thing with it.
Hmm.
It's
Oh,
like
sure.
kind of a
That's
call
cool.
and response, like,
Yeah.
and those chords are real gospel, so it's like a rock and roll gospel thing.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's great. And was it when you released it in 2025, was it received pretty well? I mean, it seems like a lot of
People
people
are
spin that
digging it.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it was, I always wonder like what is the magic of putting out a song and people being like, this is the song,
Right.
but I put it out and I really like it. And I got some radio play and I got
Oh
some
yeah.
podcast kind of stuff going,
Yeah.
playlists, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
Um but yeah, it's a great tune. I like it. It's kind of that John Lennon, like you're saying, like
Hmm.
early John Lennon when he an instant karma kind of
Yeah.
song or something. I wanted to do something kind of like crowd interactive
Yeah.
than.
When you so like you released this as a single, the first single for
Mhm.
this. Um it's not the beginning, it's kind of towards the middle of the record. Is that how do you pick the order of your songs?
Oh yeah. Well, it's all about emotion, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at this doing that. I usually ask other people to do it
Oh really?
for me,
Okay. Yeah.
and then I just will tweak it because I'm supposed to be in charge of it.
Sure.
But I think maybe Joshua Wells, who produced it, my cousin,
Hmm.
I think he picked it, and maybe
Okay.
but it was a good decision. I think part of it is based on vinyl, because
Right.
we made a vinyl LP, which is for sale.
Yeah.
So I like to think of A side, B side, and that
Oh
kind of
sure.
format
Mhm.
because how does that flow from like 4 songs on one side,
Oh
you take
sure.
a break, you
That's true.
flip it,
Yeah.
you got 4 songs on the other. How do those flow? And then how does it flow as a big piece?
Right.
And then does it work, like on MP3 forms
Like as a whole.
as a whole?
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I'm always like intrigued by that, like what people decide, like this is going
I'm
to be the
terrible at
opener.
that job though.
Yeah,
That's like that's why I work with other people on records because I'm like because you get so lost in the
of course, the
what I
process.
like and you get so fickle about what you like and
Yeah,
so
yeah, absolutely. A Lovely Sin is the next one, and this really has like this kind of surf like guitar riff and it like with like some thunder sounding percussion in it. It's I like it. And then it seems like you have like the two vocals in it.
Mhm.
Is that are those both you?
Yeah, they're both
That's
me.
what I figured, but like a higher and a lower one.
Yeah, I did like an octavey kind of thing and
Hmm.
you know. Oh, that one is funny because I actually wrote it when I was like 16, 15,
Oh
living here in
really?
Fond du Lac.
Oh nice.
And I had it for a long time. It was a really good song, and I kind of rediscovered it a couple of years ago. I'm like, oh, this is it holds up. Sometimes
Yeah.
you go back to see how good or bad you were.
Yeah.
And then my friend had these recordings still of like back
Oh, that's
then,
awesome.
um, but I re-recorded it, of course, but it's pretty close to what the original idea was. But I mean,
Nice.
that's like funny. That's the oldest song on the thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's a good one. Like it's yeah, it's just
It's like a
got like a
pop
cool
jam.
like yeah, I like it quite a bit. Killing Time, you have the piano opening up. You have the line like you're stuck inside like turpentine. Um
Yeah.
is it like like when listening to this it kind of seems like there's like a sense of waiting or something
Yeah.
in the lyrics, kind of being alone in something perhaps.
Yeah. It's definitely like someone cooped up in a house looking out a window
Mhm.
watching the world and maybe judging it or something like that,
Yeah.
being kind of cynical, I think.
Yeah.
So and that lyrically, like that Spectrum Boys song's very like pro, like get out there and be a human with
Right.
all the other humans.
Yeah.
And this one's kind of the opposite where it's like shut in kind of vibe, I guess you would say.
Right.
But yeah, I like the tune. It's a little more sparse than everything else on the record.
Yeah, it is. It is good, and it's. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone has that moment where, or probably multiple moments where they feel like they're cooped up or
Sure, yeah.
stuck in a relationship, stuck at home,
Yeah.
stuck in a career or something, and then they're just like,
Yeah,
there it is.
it's totally that kind of emotion, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I won't say is the longest song and the next song on the record.
Mhm.
Uh, it's it's quite the progression of it, like because it gets like super groovy at
Yeah.
points.
Uh-huh.
And it seems like it's really like kind of experimental in the sound a little bit,
Yeah.
which I like a lot. Like you throw like a saxophone in there,
Yeah.
and it's
Well, who did that saxophone was, Caleb Westfall
oh
from
hell yeah,
Defend Your Friends,
hell yeah,
who I know you like that
of
them
course,
and you know him.
yeah,
Fond du Lac, native as well. I
yeah,
think he's
yeah,
in Milwaukee now, but, um, yeah, I asked him to do it because I want let's talking about punk music, me and him saw in Milwaukee when I lived there, Steve McKay, who's a
okay,
saxophone player. He was a saxophone player on Stooges Funhouse.
oh nice,
So, that crazy sound like that.
yeah,
"Wah, wah, wah, wah." That's what I wanted. That's why I thought of him. I'm like, I want you to do that Steve McKay sound on
hmm,
this one because, it's a pretty like, there's some weird stuff in it, but it's a pretty pleasant record, I would
yeah,
say. This is kind of it takes a turn into the scary kind of
yeah,
harsh things, and
yeah,
I enjoy that stuff too.
mhm,
So he had this, the crazy solo which really worked, and then we had some crazy fuzz guitars, and we chopped everything together,
yeah.
and
How do you decide on like the length of that? Because this one's like
it was really
over 7 minutes long, so it's like
well,
how, is it just like this
some
feels right, or let's add a little of this and kind of explore a little bit?
I just wanted a whole section where I was like, let's just play this thing and Josh has a drum solo on that's really killer.
Mhm.
And I wanted that in there.
Yeah,
And then I'm like, how are we going to build the rest of it? Well, I'm like, let's just throw everything that we have an idea of,
nice.
and then we'll kind of edit it and splice it around a little. So there's like 6 saxophone solos that we made into one,
That's awesome.
and then fuzz guitars, and like we did some really crazy noise stuff on this with
Mhm.
the synthesizers. We had like 6 of those, and and then I'm like, I like that.
Yeah,
That's the fun thing about technology today is like you can really make some crazy sounding
yeah,
things in a short amount of time.
yeah,
But Yeah, that was the idea, just stretch it out, and as long as it was interesting, I wanted it to keep going, you know?
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
because we could have faded it out in a more just played it forever and faded out, like
Mhm.
Pink Floyd style or
Sure.
whatever, but I like that it's kinda harsh and just, like,
Me too.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah, lyrically, where were you going with this one?
Oh, yeah, this is another kinda depressing one.
Yeah,
So,
that's
I feel
okay.
like the side 2 is a little more depressing than the side 1.
Yeah,
Anyways, but yeah, that one's just about, like, human loneliness
sure.
anyone would have.
Yeah,
Um, and not it says, "I won't say." So it's like, a lot of times people suffer
right.
like that, depression, whatever, loneliness without talking about it, and they seem okay, but they're not. So I
Yeah,
think it's kind of about that psychologically or something, but
yeah, absolutely, man. And then, it ends with Farewell. This is a 9-song album, but it's like
yeah,
39 minutes, which is, pretty good, pretty
it's
solid.
pretty
Yeah,
regular
that's pretty
album length.
solid. It's got a little acoustic end to the album.
Mhm.
It sounds like from the lyrics, might be thinking of like a friend or somebody that may no longer be here or,
Yeah. Well, I
uh
wrote this one day after or maybe a couple days after my grandfather died.
okay.
So this
Okay.
this side gets really depressing.
Yeah, yeah.
But uh I thought it was a nice song because it's not
Yeah, for
too
sure.
sad.
Right. It's an uplifting, like it sounds uplifting, and it's
Yeah.
more like optimistic. Like I think you said, like, I'll see you again. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I think that's the lyrics, right?
Sure.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I like. Yeah. No. It sounds hopeful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a nice, song for grief
Yeah.
or
Absolutely.
something because I think it just kinda came out of me too, like, when there's this thing with writing songs, sometimes it takes years, sometimes it takes 1 to 5 to 10 minutes.
Right.
That was one of those 10-minute songs,
Hmm.
and then we recorded a demo, put the demo together, and then we were in the studio, and I was like timpanis and the big piano, we added
Yeah.
that after. It was just a guitar and a voice before, but so we
Nice.
built it out in the
Yeah.
studio
I like.
setting,
I
but
think it's a great way to end it. To end the
thanks.
record and everything like that too. And I mean, grief. Unfortunately, as we get older,
Yeah,
the more loss we suffer.
yeah.
And I mean, thankfully 2025 was the first year in 3 years like someone I know didn't die,
Yeah,
so
oh
it's like
god,
it's
yeah.
been a wild ride, so it's good to have that and good to be reflective on it too, and
Yeah.
have those moments, I think.
I think it's a big effect on there's a lot of that because I really I lost my grandfather, I lost, an aunt that I was close to, and my mother-in-law. Lost a lot of people in a few years,
Yeah.
and I think that's when I was writing the lyrics for this, so
Mhm.
I kinda see it, 2020 hindsight,
Of
but,
course.
once now I'm like the record's out, I'm like, "Oh, this was happening to me, and this is the lyric, that's where that's coming from."
Yeah.
Having to actually try to explain it, I'm like, "Well."
That's
I
all
don't
right.
know how cohesive it sounds.
No, man, it's great. So how are you with this record? Are you planning on doing solo shows at all, or
Yeah, I had a few on the books that
oh yeah, you did a little tour, didn't you?
I did in the
Yeah.
Midwest, basically, and
Yeah.
it was really just me and my cousin who put the record together, but I did have a couple other guys in the
Okay.
Chicago and Milwaukee shows.
Nice.
Uh, yeah, shout out to those guys, but, I played in, Kalamazoo and Detroit, St. Louis, just
Nice.
kind of around anywhere that was, like, not too far of a drive,
Right.
is where was my goal.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a Fond du Lac gig coming up, that I just confirmed at the Thelma,
Yeah.
Arts Center,
Yeah, yeah.
September 17th.
Hell yeah.
So,
September 17th. That'll be a
yeah,
good one.
look out for that, I suppose, and I'll be playing a lot of these tunes. I made a second record,
Oh, you did?
but it's not done.
Okay.
But the songs are done, but the recording element isn't all finished, but I'm gonna do
Sure.
some of that. I'm gonna do this record and
Nice.
piano, mostly.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do probably some covers and stuff, and I have a couple local musicians,
Nice.
who might be backing me up too,
Sure.
so
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you like because like some of these songs are packed with just so much
mhm.
different things. Are these more stripped down versions when you play live or
Yeah, it depends who I can get to play with
sure.
me. I didn't really wanna have a set big band all the time, like,
Right.
you don't get a lot of traveling cello players who
Right,
wanna
of course.
play in a bar,
Yeah.
um, or flugelhorn players for that matter.
Yeah.
But, um, it changes. I wanna do a big, big rock and roll band with all that
Yeah, that'd
too,
be awesome.
maybe one day.
Yeah.
But right now I'm doing some solo, some with a duo with my cousin, like I said, where
Mhm.
he's on drums and a synthesizer. I'm on a synthesizer and guitar,
Nice.
and we kind of fill out the space and harmonize and stuff. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
cool. And then I have a bigger band that I've been playing with, a guy named Zach Weil, who was in this great metal band
Oh
called
nice.
Oozing Wound,
Okay.
based in Chicago.
I think I've heard of them.
They're great. They're
Yeah.
like a noisy thrash band.
Okay.
But very good. But he loves pop,
Mhm.
lighter things too. So it's and Josh played in a lot of heavier bands too, and kind of comes from this punk background
Right.
too. So it really works when we play live because
Yeah.
we're all kind of coming from that mentality,
You'd be
but
surprised.
playing kind of gentler music.
Right. You'd be surprised how many people who are into like punk and metal,
Yeah.
one, how talented they are
Oh,
musically,
yeah. Well,
because
usually
you
some of
have
the
to
best
be.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they like, I listen to a lot of punk, but yeah, I listen to a ton of other
Yeah. Of
like
course.
subgenres and stuff. Like I
Mhm.
listen to a little like folky twang stuff too here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's awesome. And that'll be a great show. I'll definitely be here for that.
Right on.
That'll be a lot of fun. Anything else in the books or anything else that you're working on or just living life and
I'm kind of living life right now, but I'm looking for gigs. I might play out of town. I might play out of country a little bit.
nice.
I play in another band for jazz guitar, and
Oh,
I'll be
really?
in
That's cool.
um, London and Manchester in England. I've never been there
Okay.
in August. So next
Hell
month
yeah.
I'll be there. So I'm hoping to play this gig,
Mhm.
out there because we've been having a lot of good response from the radio stations out there and a few podcasters
Yeah,
who
yeah.
are, I don't know what we talk about. I don't speak French, but
Right.
you know what I mean? Like in
Yeah.
Europe, like, so and I hope to play a lot more in the Midwest. I really just enjoy
Yeah.
playing for people that I can relate to, like people I grew up with. Like I've known you,
Yeah.
which is funny, listeners. I've actually known you since you're probably like what, 5?
You're like second grade, right?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. Because remember Dan?
Dan,
Anderson?
yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
mutual
Dan.
friend of ours.
Yeah.
That was like a long time ago.
It was a
So,
long time ago.
I like, you know, meeting like-minded people,
For
and
sure.
that's what I think punk is sometimes.
Mhm.
Is like it's not necessarily what the exact sound of what exact band sounds punk.
Right.
It's about just
There's
kind
a
of
lot to it. Yeah.
creative independence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have a little bit of a history.
Yeah.
Because like well, you played with Josh too for a little bit here and there, Josh Coleman.
Oh yeah, Josh
Yeah,
Coleman. Yeah,
he's
that was your
my
buddy
best
too.
friend.
Yeah,
I love him. Yeah,
Yeah.
still talk to him. He did a episode with
he's a
me.
good dude.
Yeah, he is a good dude. And he's yeah, he strums the guitar from time to time
Yeah,
now, but
cool.
yeah, so
We
it's
had a couple projects together.
yeah. Weren't you Cup?
Cup. Yeah, you remember Cup?
I do. I do remember all
Cup
that.
was pretty
stuff.
good.
You guys were good. It
Yeah.
was fun.
It was short lived, but quite good.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you need, man. But how can people, follow you? How can they grab the record and enjoy all the stuff that you have going on?
So you can grab the record at Bandcamp, MV Wells. Bandcamp's the easiest way to buy the vinyl because I'll ship it
Okay.
right to you.
Nice.
T-shirts. You can also reach me on Instagram,
Yeah.
MV_Wells, and Facebook. Just hit me up. I'll send you. You don't have to do too much formal stuff, but I'll send you a record. They're pretty affordable.
Yeah, absolutely. And support indie artists, support
Yeah.
local artists and people who are doing the thing, man.
Yeah.
So
Come to the shows.
yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you coming in, dude.
I appreciate you.
catching up. Yeah.
It's really nice to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.